If you're deep in the process of Australian skilled migration, you know that every single point counts. But what if I told you there's a way to snatch 5 crucial points with just one short test? Well, stick around because we're about to break down the Credentialed Community Language Test, which could be an absolute game changer for your application. All right, so what's the big prize here? It's simple. Successfully passing the CCL test gets you 5 bonus points for your skilled migration visa. And in a system where just a couple of points can make all the difference, these 5, they could literally be the thing that pushes your application over the line and gets you that invitation. And here's the part that sounds almost too good to be true. You could earn those 5 points in just 20 minutes. I know, right? So what exactly is this test and what's the catch? Let's dig in. Okay, so its official name is the Credentialed Community Language Test, or CCL for short. It's basically an online test that sees how well you can interpret between English and another language. Now, the key phrase here is community level. We're not talking about super complex technical jargon. We're talking about the real, everyday conversations you'd actually have in Australian life. Now, this is really important, so don't get this twisted. Passing this CCL test gets you those 5 migration points. That's it. It does not mean you're certified to work as a professional interpreter or translator. That's a whole different ballgame. Just think of the CCL test as a very specific tool for one job and one job only, boosting your visa application. Let's do a quick-fire round of the key facts you need to know. First, it's available in a whopping 55 languages. It's all done online, so you can do it from pretty much anywhere. It's set at what you'd call an upper intermediate or B2 level. And maybe the best part? Those 5 points are valid for 5 whole years. That gives you a huge window to use them. Okay, so you might be thinking, I'm fluent, I've got this. But hold on. This test is about more than just knowing the languages. To really succeed, you're going to need skills like a sharp short-term memory, the ability to think on your feet, and even some smart note-taking strategies. So here's a solid 4-step game plan. Number 1, the second you book your test, you need to read the official candidate instructions cover to cover. 2, NAATI, the folks who run the test, give you a ton of free practice materials. Use them. Seriously. 3, immerse yourself. Try interpreting little bits of the news or a TV show. And finally, if you want that extra edge, think about professional training. It can really help you nail those tricky skills like note-taking. I love this quote from a trainer because it just hits the nail on the head. The test isn't designed to be impossible, but you absolutely cannot show up and wing it. You've got to put in the hours. Dedicated practice is totally non-negotiable. And speaking of being prepared, listen up. This is a huge, brand new policy update you have to know about. Starting August 20th, 2024, you cannot use any headphones, no wired ones, no Bluetooth. You have to use your computer's built-in mic and speakers. Don't be the person who gets caught out by this. So, what's it actually like on test day? Well, picture this. The clock starts and you've got 20 minutes. It's a short, intense sprint that demands your absolute, undivided attention. There's no time to warm up. You have to be on your A game from the very first second. So here's the structure. You'll be interpreting 2 different audio dialogues, and they're all about real-life situations in Australia. Each dialogue is broken up into these short, little bite-sized segments, less than 35 words each, and your job is to interpret each segment one by one. And this is where the pressure really cranks up. After you hear a segment, a chime goes off. From that sound, you have exactly 5 seconds to start your interpretation. It's designed to test how quickly you can process information and respond. There is 0 time to second-guess yourself. Okay, let's talk numbers. How do you pass? You need a total score of at least 63 out of 90. But, and this is the catch that gets a lot of people, you also have to score at least 29 on each of the 2 dialogues. So even if you get a total of 65, if one of your dialogue scores is a 28, you fail. You have to be consistent. So what kind of things will you be talking about? Well, it's all drawn from regular, everyday life in Australia. Think about a chat between a doctor and a patient, a parent-teacher interview, or maybe a conversation with a landlord. The whole point is to see if you can handle these very normal, practical situations. Of course, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the cost. For 2025, the test is going to set you back 814 Australian dollars. Yeah, it's a pretty significant investment, which, makes preparing properly even more important. You really want to give yourself the best shot at passing on your first try. Which brings us to the $1 million question, or I guess the $814 question. Is it worth it? And honestly, the answer really comes down to your personal situation. If you are right there on the edge and those 5 points are the one thing standing between you and a visa invitation, then yeah, this could be one of the best investments you ever make. So let's just lay it all out, nice and simple. The pros: you get 5 huge migration points, it's pretty fast, and you don't need any formal training to sit the test. The cons: it's expensive, it demands a lot of practice, and it's a really intense 20 minutes. It's a classic trade-off, cost and effort for a potentially massive reward. So let's just walk through the whole journey. Step 1, you go to the NAATI website and book a date. Step 2, you dedicate yourself to preparation. Step 3, it's test day, that 20-minute sprint. Step 4, you wait about 4 to 6 weeks for your results. And step 5, if you pass, you get to claim those 5 beautiful bonus points for your visa application. And so we end right back where we started. 5 points. 5 points that can completely change the direction of your migration story. The only question left is the one you have to answer for yourself. Is investing the time, the effort, and the money into this test the right strategic move for your future in Australia?